Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for October 7th. October 7th is the 280th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 281st in leap years, with 85 days remaining to the end of the year. Currently, I like to scan what we're going to be talking about on this day in history, see if there's anything interesting or unusual, an obscure word that we can explore for the word, and that in mind, I did find such a word in today's day in history. It's NASDAQ. You might have heard that word before if you've ever watched or listened to the news, particularly the part where they talk about stocks and stock reports and whatnot as that. NASDAQ is an acronym, and it stands for National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotation System. System is in parentheses. NASDAQ, NASDAQ. The Helsinki Stock Exchange was founded and opened for business on October 7, 1912. Since then, it has ultimately been acquired by NASDAQ and is now known as NASDAQ Helsinki. October 7th, 1919 is the founding date of KLM, the Royal Dutch Airlines. It happens to be the oldest airline still operating under its original name. Good job, KLM. October 7th, 1933 is the date that Air France was inaugurated. Air France was formed by a merger of 5 French airlines. By golly, this is the birthday of Russian President Vladimir Putin, born October 7th, 1952. On October 7, 1958, NASA renamed the U.S. manned spaceflight project Project Mercury. The name Mercury, of course, was chosen from classical mythology after the Roman god Mercury. That is a lowercase g that we're speaking of. Mercury was considered the god of financial gain, commerce, eloquence, messages, communication, travelers, boundaries, luck, trickery, and thieves, and served as the guide of souls to the underworld. Sounds like a pretty busy fella, Mercury. I usually just think of communication as short trips when I think of Mercury. So it is interesting to me, at least, to learn of these other attributions. That's a little side trip, though, about Mercury. 4 men from the Palestine Liberation Front hijacked the MS Achille Lauro off the coast of Egypt on October 7, 1985. The Fox News Channel began broadcasting on October 7, 1996. Miss You Much by Janet Jackson began a 4-week run at the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100, October 7, 1989. Miss Jackson, the youngest member of the very musical Jackson family, will have been about 23 years old when this song was recorded and released. The song, accompanied by an energetic and entertaining video, expresses a yearning to rejoin a loved one as they've been apart for a bit. Miss You Much by Janet Jackson, #1, October 7th, 1989. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.